Iron Wielder will still send his men to challenge. To make you remember, I'll use our blood. And eventually, we will raise the banners of Han Province along your Tianqi city's walls.
Commandant, open the gates.
Please open the gates, Commandant, and allow General Yu to challenge him! Please open the gates, Commandant, and allow General Yu to challenge him!
I'm an officer of Muru, head of the Emperor's Bladed Guards, the Tiger Valor General, Yu Shenji. And I challenge you to combat. What is your name?
Muru Cavalry, you do have integrity. You're not a coward. Only a man like you is worthy of knowing my name. I am the Iron Wielder's personal guard, Alan Tuo.
You have my respect, Han Warrior.
fought well.
Father. Return inside. It's too cold.
As the soldiers are.
You're more important.
If we think of ourselves in this way, the soldiers will lose faith on the battlefield.
Well spoken. It's been 10 days, and our men haven't come back. Maybe our vanguard cavalry really was lost at Scarlet Cloud Valley. 150 elite cavalrymen sent to clear, a few dozen Han military campmen. So how could we lose so bad?
There's no need for such depressing words. You're leading men to war.
I'm just complaining, that's all.
Here and now, I'm your commander, not your father.
Someone's returned.
Young master. Young master. General.
Father, it's the corporal of the cavalry. He's been dead for hours. He tied himself to his war horse when he was critically wounded. His horse brought him here.
Our cavalry has such great men. Yet year after year we're defeated. It's my fault. Bury him properly.
Yes.
Please look at this, Father. The people of Han always knew our itinerary, and their weapons are better crafted. When we first arrived, their 9-arrow crossbow was too heavy to carry, but now it's more refined. Do you really not suspect that someone in the court is helping them?
Command our army, and if they see this crossbow array of theirs, they retreat. Conserve our forces.
Yes. I'll send this back, straight to the court, to show His Majesty. We have to find out who's been crafting them. There must be some who aren't blind. They must see it's the wise of one province.
No.
We had 90,000 cavalrymen. If we had deployed the entire army, this all would have been over. But the court only allowed us 10,000 men.
And it should be enough.
But we've only provisions for 3,000 men.
On the prairie, there's rations enough. We have strength while we have our horses.
Father, you know that the Galloping Wind warhorse breed can't take the rough feed here. And that's in low supply. It weakens us. It's obvious that there are villains at court who are out to get us. Why do you always avoid that discussion?
The Muru's mission is to bring peace.
We're fighting on the front, where Prince Ye cripples us, so why sacrifice the Muru cavalry?
Archprince Ye is His Majesty's brother. If we brought this up, what would His Majesty do? Wouldn't it place him in a terrible dilemma?
You're so empathetic towards him. But when has he empathized with us? How do you justify this bullying of our family?
Murahan-san, you should know very well. His Majesty sent us here to pacify this province. For the Muru cavalry, there's no excuse if we fail to accomplish this.
I feel aggrieved to be a Muru.
You just swallowed down your grievances. Our purpose is to share His Majesty's burdens.
His father never, even once, felt aggrieved as I do.
Destroy this crossbow. Tell no one.
Our great Van Kaiser! He finally brings the radiance of sunshine to us! Slow down.
There's lots of you around, so you can let go of my hand. It's awkward for humans to hold hand like this, you know?
They won't. Human, when you find the Sovereign Seal, will you forget me?
No way, I promise.
I can trust you, right?
Stop nagging me. You're a king.
Aren't you one too? As you've said, we'll go fetch that young lady on your mind. Find Ha Si-chung to decipher the coded ball. Find the Sovereign Seal together. And when you become Emperor of Novaland, you'll fulfill your promise to the wise of Sumo. You must keep the promise made between our ancestors. Let us come to the surface, and let us build our home. One day we'll have our own nation under the sun.
Forget it. Where's your cage? Lock me up.
The wise never go back on our promises.
That's not it. I've lied to you.
Lied? What's that mean? What does lied mean? Although we have long lived underground, we made all the dawn feather arrows of the Sora's Snow Crane Troop. Our weapons can fly high with the Sora's assassins, with the power of the moonlight. It's just the moonlight, but...
What's your point?
I saw a Sora recently, and I was captivated by him.
Well, you're not really hard to impress, though.
That night, when I opened my door, I saw that pair of silver wings. His wings were 4 times my size, like a gigantic egg. Transparent feathers that absorbed the light from our fluorite, simmering with a light green glow. I watched as the light in the cave was absorbed by those wings. Slowly they spread apart, and inside stood a pretty young man, smiling beautifully. Yes, just like your smile. He smiled just like you.
Why are you telling me? I don't know him.
He said he was the king of the Soarers, new leader of the Snow Crane Troop. Our dawn feather arrows are so light, so strong, so pretty, and he came to thank me. We spent 3 days talking together.
Why? Just because he had a pretty smile?
Because we're both nationless kings.
Is being king so great?
You're a human. You'll never understand. The humans took over the most lush plains of Novaland. Scatter and bury some seeds, and nature will supervise you. You don't have to worry about how to survive. You only think how to make life better. Do you know what the other 5 tribes really think?
Ever heard stories from the others? 3,000 star years ago, after the Great Battle, the domains were divided up. Zoras only live in Ning. The giants can't leave Shang. But you wise are good-natured and could live among the humans. The Oceanides aren't, though, and can only live in the sea. And spirits? Don't even interact with each other. So no, I don't know what the other tribes think. We're not really well acquainted.
Yet the other 5 tribes know what the humans think.
So, what did the Sora actually say?
That with the divination of the stars, Novaland will be reborn.
Reborn? What's that mean?
To be reborn, it must first fall.
Funla Kaiser, listen. If you join them to attack my friend and take the world, no matter how many you are, I won't let you do it.
It's not us. It's you. Your Imperial Divination sect's calculations stem from the Sorar's way of divination. Long ago, they knew you'd vie against Mu Yun Sheng for the world. And this is the destiny you can't avoid. The only future you must face.
You know, it might feel like hitting a child.
Do that! Don't you worry! He'll be punished!
Move aside!
You can't stay locked away forever. Isn't there a lady waiting for you?
Go do your chores.
Do you think Mu Yun Sheng won't contest if you don't try? You're a human, not one of the wise. Your minds change quickly. You don't even know what a real friend is.
Go away. Leave me alone. I'm busy here.
With what?
Can't you see I'm deep in thought?
Leave him! To consider his problems.
Hey. Keep my sword safe, okay?
General Yu.
He hasn't eaten.
No, sir.
You'll eat. Eat now.
You do know who gave me this book, don't you? It was Pansy.
And she's dead.
As are your parents. Do you forget them?
Leave us.
Sir.
The last time I saw my mother, I didn't even get to see her face because she was tying my belt. I only saw her fingers. So thin. They were too thin. Her knuckles seemed big. After we lost our land, her hands always trembled.
Then don't hold me back. Let me do as I wish.
I'm sure Mother would want me to. Try to eat well. And be kind to the body they gave me. So I have. Panji didn't teach you so that you could waste away, right? So eat.
Only by mastering mysticism can I remember her forever. This is the gift she left me. I cherish it. If there's magic, she exists.
Then you'll have to eat.
Okay. Will you regret it?
Regret what?
I swore to seek revenge. Many fear the grudge I bear them. But if you let me starve myself to death, you'd be their hero. They would all be grateful to you.
Don't misjudge me. And don't dare misjudge yourself. Close the door.
His Majesty arrives!
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty visits daily. I'm flattered.
Be honest.
All right, I will. I'm not actually flattered, only happy. It feels like a thing I once had has returned.
It's snowing.
Your Majesty need not mind the rumors. It's nothing to do with the fate of the Great Duan Empire.
It just makes me think a lot about the past.
If amnesty is bestowed and all who once sinned are spared, subjects and princes could be set free. They'd be grateful and call this the snow of good fortune.
Pardon subjects and princes?
They're your children, after all. Even if they did wrong. After all these years, they would have repented.
Let me take you somewhere.
Where are we going to, Your Majesty?
Sit down!
Why have I been brought to Jinning quarters?
I wish to make you happy. Come. When is Shung's birthday? In wrong. You're his mother. Have you forgotten your son's birthday?
The Dwan Empire's been troubled by war. I wouldn't dare trouble His Majesty with such trivial matters.
19th of June. Yesterday it was snowing. I hadn't slept, and suddenly recalled, on the day Shung was born, it was snowing, and I got emotional.
His Majesty has 11 sons and 8 daughters. Do you remember all their birthdays?
It's only because I felt for her pain, giving birth.
Any woman pulls through labor as if it were life or death.
It was Yin Rong, not any other woman. Shung didn't mean to burn down the astrology chamber. I think he's been punished enough. So I plan to bring him back here, to Jinning quarters. Then you can see each other more. Won't you be happy?
You mustn't forget, Shung was drunk and lost his senses. The way he behaved. If he resides in the palace, wouldn't your Majesty worry he might act up again? Because your safety matters more than our kinship.
The founding emperor and Muru Tiantong drank 7 days. They drank liters of plum wine and smiled and made great plans. For generations, it's been this way. Shung wouldn't have... He wouldn't have. That night, how much did Shung drink?
I wanted to toast him, but he didn't drink. So your Majesty drank to save face for me.
Your cup of wine. Let me drink it. Tunming,
Yes?
call Yu Shinji to come to the palace.
Yes.
Spare me!
Stop!
On that night, you tested the prince's wine.
I tested it.
Resume.
I did test the wine. It was clean. It wasn't poisoned. I did. I swear to you. Have mercy on me, please.
Hey. You realize His Majesty sent me to interrogate you, so you are going to die. So then what's the point in covering for someone? Even if you do, they won't be able to repay you for it. You know? So why keep quiet? Right?
Ah! Please, sir, please! We servants have served her forever! We harm others to benefit ourselves! How can we cover for anyone? I tested the wine of His Majesty, the Archprinces, and Prince Shang! I left the hall after that. There was just one person who stayed behind.
Who?
He was the most popular of all of us servants.
Who?
I'm sorry! He serves the Emperor! His name's Jin! Sir, please spare my life, sir!
I see the stars. I want to look at the stars! Let me look at the stars now! Let me see the stars! I want to look at the stars! Let me see the stars. I want to see the stars.
Wait for me out here.
Sir.
The stars.
Mr. Ling, why would you wield magical powers that night? To capture that spirit by Prince Shang's side.
Prince Shang. His lunacy acted up.
But you cared not for Prince Shang, did you? You only wanted to capture that female spirit.
That spirit, since she came to protect Prince Shang, isn't it perfect to get rid of her?
But you'd already carved that blood spell on your arm. How could you know that Prince Shang was going to lose his mind? Who was it that told you? Who were you working for?
I, Ling Jing, am successor of the imperial divination sect. All I know is how to read the stars. The stars! Let me see the stars! Let me see the stars! Just let me see the stars!
See the stars. Sure.
See the stars!
Sure.
The stars.
All right. Mr. Ling's cell is too bright. It's affecting his sleep. Take his lamps.
Sir.
What are you doing? Put the lamps down! What are you doing?